All right, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the 2017 ATA show. I'm Clinton Fawcett with bowhunting.com, and I'm here with Blake from Xpedition Archery, and he is going to talk to us about their 3 new bows this year. There's actually 4 of them, but one of them is just a little bit different than the other one, so we're going to go with 3.
It all started a category that we have not had a bow in for a long time, short axle to axles. Short axle to axle bows bring some significant problems with them because you just don't have a lot of room to work with.
Not a lot of forgiveness in a short bow.
Right. They have a reputation for being hard to shoot. Generally, the shorter you make a bow, the more aggressive the draw cycle becomes, and draw length ranges are typically very difficult to get because you just don't have a lot of string to wrap around cams.
Right.
So when we developed the new bow, the Explorer SS, super short, it's 30-inch axle to axle bow with a 355 foot per second IBO rating. It's very fast for a short axle to axle bow. We have our 2 hybrid cams. The PX3 replaces the PX2 cam system. The XS Plus replaces the XS cam system. They use the same module system as all of our 2016, 2015 bows. So for a dealer, it's really user-friendly. They don't have to worry about that. But we smoothed out the force draw curve, added a little bit of performance, and changed vibration patterns in the bow.
Okay, so you've got 2 different cam options. When you buy the bow, you can order with 2
one,
different style
and it's based
cams.
on what draw length you need.
Gotcha. Okay.
The PX3 is for shorter draw lengths, and the XS Plus. In this bow, fits 27 to 30.
Nice.
So the vast majority of people
Right.
are going to fit in the XS Plus cam.
Right.
Second thing that we did was look at the riser design. If you look at the riser, the X pattern isn't just simply an X cut into the riser. Each leg of the X is on a different side. It's very difficult to machine, but that kind of plays to our strengths as a company. It adds structural integrity. It changes the vibration pattern of the bow so that we can control it a little bit better. So what we wound up with really set the stage for changing our eccentric line, which has been around since 2014, which is now the Excursion and Excursion 7, 6 and 7 inch brace sights like you had
Right.
alluded to before. That bow is a 300 and this is a 7, but the 6 is a 358 foot per second IBO speed bow with a 6-inch brace sight.
Right.
Anybody can build speed into a bow just by shortening a brace sight.
Right.
They don't add anything to shootability, consistency, or anything else. It just makes a really fast bow. We've never built bows that were chasing a spec or a metric. We build purpose-driven products that fit the need as best as we can possibly engineer them for a category of bows. And the Excursion 7, Excursion 6 is a 358 IBO, Excursion 7 is 348, functionally just a function of rod of brace height. Kept the ATR, uses the same cam systems that we use on the Explorer SS. The 7 goes out to 31 inches of draw length. The 6 goes out to 30.
Right, for the guys with the extra long arms.
It's 32 inches axle to axle. It fits right in the middle between our newest bow, which is the Denali.
Now this is the one I like. I really like the finish on the bow. I don't even know anything about it yet, but the finish, I really like it.
And actually I messed up. That is the Denali. It's marked by 2 stabilizer bushings. It's 34 inches axle to axle. This is the 7.
Gotcha.
In AP black camo. It's a special order camo pattern that you can get. We do snow camo and AP black.
Now, did you guys change a lot I mean, not to interrupt you before we get to the next bow, but did you guys change some of your patterns for this year with the way the finishes are? They look a little softer to me.
It's a difference in the process. We've always used a dye sublimation process, and the dye sublimation is very durable. Abrasion, bug dope, none of it eats it off.
Right.
The process that we're using now is done in Indiana by High Def Coatings. They're the ones that developed our DEF CON competition finish last year. They've created a system that has unmatched repeatability and color density, detail.
So a lot of the bows that are dipping, they're all coming out the same, and they're all coming out with the same quality. You're not getting any bad spots in them compared to, not the same solid surface finish.
Right, and more so, if you go to our launch video, we have a row of risers. They're all Excursion 7 risers, and there's 10 in a row. They're literal physical clones. So we can do that if we want to.
Right.
What that allowed us to do is actually eliminate a decal, which fade, rub off,
right.
Look like junk after 2 years of me bouncing around the woods. Our logo, which is a little bit bigger this year, is dye sublimated into the limb.
Oh, gotcha.
So it's not going to fade, it's not going to wear off, and our brand is right in front of you all the time.
Cool. So back to your other bow.
The Denali, which I was holding up as the Excursion, but
Right.
Excursion 7, 345 feet a second out of a 34-inch axle-to-axle bow.
So
with
very
a
forgiving.
6 7/8 brace height. It's a lot of guys, myself included, I like a little longer platform. They're easier to shoot, a little smoother to draw. You got more leverage on the cam system.
Right.
You don't have to give up speed, which is usually the two drawbacks to longer bows is longer strings vibrate more. So they tend to be a little bit louder, and you tend to get a little more feedback at the shot, and speed. Because you're moving more harness system, you just lose a little bit of efficiency, and speed goes down. This bow is a foot faster than our Eccentric 7 from 2016 with 2 more inches of axle to axle. So
Gotcha.
it's just a really good balanced do everything bow. You can shoot 3D with it, you can hunt with it. It's got a back stabilizer bar for the guy that really likes to add a lot of offset for quivers or competition. Just a great little, you know,
Gotcha.
and a guy doesn't have to go to a slower bow just because he wants to shoot a longer bow.
Right. Right.
It's kind of a no compromise deal.
Right. Well, thanks.
Thank you very much.
Again, guys, it's Blake and myself this afternoon in the Xpedition Archery booth. We've showed you 3 new bows, high quality products as always from these guys. Where can we check you out at?
Xpeditionarchery.com.
Check them out at expeditionarchery.com.